Hi, this is me in March. You might be wondering, why do I look so upset? And why was it caused by my favorite operas? Well, it all started with a press release. The Metropolitan Opera has announced the schedule for the 2024-25 season. Of course, I'm excited to see what's to come, as well as what new operas get featured at America's premier opera house. And of course, we have to know the answer to the question, is Emily D'Angelo being sent to Top Gun?
I gotta send somebody from this squadron to Miramar.
So, as I did 2 years ago, we'll look at each production coming to the Met, followed by my prediction at the live in HD schedule, and the reveal of my ultimate failure in fortune telling. Let's begin. First up, the long-awaited new production of Aida. I'm sure no brown face will be needed when... What? You're not Latonia. Maybe not the person I expected to play Aida, but more Angel Blue is always welcome. And based on performance dates, this will probably be a January live in HD performance, so we should all see Angel, Judith Katasi, Piotr Bachawa, and Queen Kelsey make up the main cast. Sorry, Eric. Next up is Ina Damer, and this is where I now start apologizing for any mispronunciations. This is a 2003 opera from Argentinian composer. Has the Met ever performed anything else by an Argentinian? Anyway, Argentinian composer Osvaldo Golijov, with libretto by David Henry Hwang. The opera dramatizes the life of poet-playwright Federico Garcia Lorca, with Daniela Mack playing Garcia Lorca. Angel Blue will handle the majority of performances as their muse Margarita Girgu, with Gabriela Reyes performing the rest. Elena Villalon and Alfredo Tejada will round out the principal cast. And then another new production. Hey, 3 in a row, but I guess that'll happen when you get 3 that start with A. Anyways, this one is Antony and Cleopatra, the newest opera from John Adams. This is an adaptation of Shakespeare's play, and we'll see Gerald Finley and Julia Bullock as the title characters. Finley, as well as Elizabeth Deschamps, Paul Appleby, Brenton Ryan, Alfred Walker, and Taylor Raven will all be reprising their roles from the premiere in San Francisco. Adams is also expected to take the podium throughout the run. 3 up, 3 penciled in for live in HD. I doubt the next 3 will though. And we begin with Il Barbari di Sevilla. One of my favorites, but the casting of Lawrence Brownlee and Isabel Leonard tells me this will be just for the house. Nothing wrong with those two, it's just we already have them on video together. And other than Igor Akmachina, the second cast doesn't really scream live in HD cast. Same for La Boheme. I get why they put it in the house. It draws. But along with the castings that don't really add to anything major, we already have 4 different recordings of this production. And the best was the first. We don't need more videos of this. And then there's the Count Hoffman. Now this I wouldn't mind seeing in theaters, especially since we have a really solid cast. Erin Morley reprising her role as Olympia, Priti Yendi as Antonia, Clementine Margain as Giulietta, Christian Van Horn as the villains. All solid choices, but it's more about timing as it's scheduled at the exact same time as another new opera which we'll get to soon enough. Next is Fidelio. Last time we saw this on video was 2000 with Carita Matilla playing Leonora as she worked to save her husband Florestan, played by Ben Heppner. This time we have Lisa Davidson and David Butt Phillip along with Ying Fang, Stephen Milling, and Renee Papa, again in the role of Rocco. Okay. De Frau ohne Schatten. I remember a commenter recommended I try this opera after I stated my issues with Ariadne. I did see the broadcast from San Francisco last season and rather enjoyed it. Although that was more on the strength of the male leads, which included David Butt Phillip as the Emperor. Anyways, the cast here looks strong. Russell Thomas, Michael Vole, Ryan Speedo Green. We also have Elsa Vanderheever as the Empress, Lisa Lidstrom as the Dyer's wife, and Nina Stemme as the nurse. I like Nina, but her voice has just fallen off a cliff from her prime. I've seen comments about her Isolde from 2016 with people saying she was cast 5 years too late. Seeing her perform Isolde again in 2021, it was clear she was cast a decade too late. And then watching her play the Dyer's wife in San Fran was rather sad, as she was dynamically the weakest of the cast. Next is Grounded. This is a new opera having just had its premiere at the Kennedy Center in DC, composed by Janine Tesori with libretto by George Brandt. This is actually based on a play written by Brandt. Fun fact, the play, a one-woman show about an unnamed pilot, once starred Anne Hathaway during a run in New York. I told you it was a fun fact. Anyways, Emily D'Angelo will star as Jess, a pilot struggling with the modern realities of drone warfare. The production will also star Ben Bliss as Jess's husband Eric. Kirsten McKinnon and Kyle Miller will be making their Met debuts during this run. This will also see composer Janine Tesori join the late Kaya Sariaho as part of a small group of women to have their works performed at the Met. And I believe this would also make her the second to have her work put on video. I'll have to double check. Going down the list, we have a couple of concerts as well as the yearly holiday presentation of the Magic Flute. This is, of course, the abridged English version using the older production. Nothing really of note to bring up. I'm sure it'll be good. Next is Moby Dick?
This happens to be a masterpiece of American literature.
Okay, well, this is a 2010 opera composed by Jake Hagee with libretto by Gene Shear. This is, of course, an adaptation of the Herman Melville novel. Brandon Jovanovich will star as Ahab, Janai Brugger will take up the pants role of Pip, Stephen Costello, Peter Mattei, and Ryan Speedo Green will also appear as Karen Kamensik returns to conduct. And we're at the bottom of the page. Everyone take a deep breath. And let's go. Lenozo de Figaro. Same boat as Barber. A few good choices, but not enough of the right pairings for the live and HD event. Should be a good house show. The Queen of Spades. It's been a while since we last saw this one. 1999, in fact. It had Elizabeth Soderstrom as the Countess, Placido Domingo as Herman, and Dmitry Vorostovsky as Prince Yeletsky. Here we have Brian Jagdi? Brian as Herman, with Igor Goloventenko as Prince Yeletsky. Meanwhile, Sonia Lacheva will play Lisa, with Maria Barakova as Pauline, and Violetta Hermana as the Countess. Carolyn Wilson is expected to take the podium throughout the run. Rigoletto, the Weimar edition. Solid choices throughout the casting. Quinn Kelsey will reprise as Rigoletto. Nadine Sierra and Erin Morley will each take a spin as Gilda. A little too close to the previous recording, so I don't expect this to be streamed. New production of Salome. This Strauss production will also star Elsa van der Heever as Salome. Michelle de Jong will play Herodias. Gerhard Siegel, Piotr Bitsetsky, and Peter Mattei will round out the cast. Tosca. Again, like with some other operas, a number of solid castings, but my optimal casting doesn't seem to line up. Still want Sandra and Quinn in the same recording. And maybe Jonas if we can get all three in one live in HD performance. Il Trovatore. Last we saw this in HD, we were unfortunately saying goodbye to Dmitri. Well, kinda. He still had one more performance. But this was just a couple years before he succumbed to cancer. This year, Igor Goloventenko will take up the role as Count de Luna. The always reliable Michael Fabiano will be the troubadour Manrico. Rachel Willis Sorensen and Angela Mead will split performances of Leonora, while the Met sees a new gypsy with Jamie Barton, Alessia Petrova playing Azekena. Ryan Speedo Green will also appear as the Count's right-hand man, Ferrando. Daniel Caragari will be conducting this run. And finally, Die Zauberflöte. This is the revival of the new production, so don't expect it to be recorded this time around. Catherine Lewick, Thomas Alemans, and Stephen Milling will be reprising their roles from before, as Golda Schultz and Ben Bliss will take a spin as Pamina and Tamino respectively. Okay, now it's time to make predictions. Just to recap, we have 6 new productions and 4 operas new to the Met. You could probably put them all in ink, but given that El Nino didn't get a live in HD production, pencil would be fine. I will make up to 4 additional predictions based on timing since last recording, as well as when each production will run. For that, I think it will be Fidelio, De Frau Neuschatten, The Queen of Spades, and Il Trovatore. And this is how I would schedule it. First, in mid-October is Grounded, then a belated birthday stream for me of Anna Dahmer, followed by late November, early December for Il Trovatore, and mid-December for De Frau. New Year brings Aida in mid-January. I place it there because I only have one for that month. March then brings Fidelio in early to mid-March, followed by a late March performance of Moby Dick. And I just realized I left April wide open. I mean, technically Salome has an April performance, but you don't put the first one on video. You let the hype build and then have a later performance be streamed. Let's see, the Figaro operas are in April, but I doubt they're getting picked. Zauberflöte is in April, but again, too soon for that. La Boheme runs all season, but not in April.
Oh, thank God.
So, an open month it is. But that's okay because we have a full home stretch predicted. Salome on May 10th, Antony and Cleopatra May 24th, The Queen of Spades June 7th, close the curtains. All right. Now let's see how bad I did. I haven't seen this yet, so this is live, real reactions you're getting. We're doing this live. All right. Let's see, getting past Madame Butterfly. Here we go. 2024-25 season. Let's do this. Oh. Right off the bat, I have a miss. La Cante Hoffman, October 5th. I had a feeling, but I didn't want to go with it because, again, it was around the same time as Grounded. And of course, Grounded right after that, October 19th. Tosca. What? Tosca? So it's Lisa Davidson, Freddie De Tomaso, and Quinn Kelsey. Oh for, well, 1 for 3 there. Okay. Aida. Whoa. Did we just skip some? What just happened? Is Ina Dahmer just not getting performed? Or recorded? Okay. Aida, January 25th, only one in the month. Skip to March. Fidelio. Not Moby Dick. Marriage of Figaro in April. Who's performing this? Frederica Lombardi as the Countess. Okay, that's fine. Olga Gunchitska as Susanna. The Count is Joshua Hopkins. He should be fine. Michael Sumel as Figaro. I am so confused by this schedule. Salome. Okay. I give up. Barber of Seville to end. Why even have new operas? So, of the 4 brand new operas, well, the 4 new operas that are brand new to the Met, you schedule 1 for live in HD. Why? Also, is John Adams just getting punished for Death of Klinghoffer? Because it feels like he's getting his new stuff in there, but it's not allowed to be broadcast. At least the one they chose was composed by a woman. Because now they can just pad their stats. Fucking hell. Alright, fine, whatever. Just... I'm sure it's going to be a well-performed season, but... missed opportunities. I feel like we're getting missed opportunities here. Well, at least San Francisco is doing The Handmaid's Tale, so I at least got that to look forward to next year. Alright, whatever. That's my take on it. If you liked what you saw, fine. Just like, comment, subscribe. If this is your first time here, make sure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell, that usual stuff. I'm livid. I'm so freaking frustrated right now. Peter, what are you doing? I still gotta get the season videos out too. Still gotta figure out how to freaking work Pro Director again, Power Director. Still working on that. I think I'm at a point where I'm more comfortable with it, so we'll get something from the first few operas this season and whatever. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.